Hi, I'm Kara Jones here with Business Boomer and the Philanthropy Project here at the National Conference on Volunteering and Service, and we are extremely honored to be joined by Karen Baker here with us today. And Karen, you are playing an incredible role on the state level in terms of ushering in this new era of service. If you could tell us about your special title and role and everything that you're doing.
Sure. Well, we're very, very excited to be here with the National Conference on Volunteering and Service, but my title is officially the Secretary of Service and Volunteering for the state of California.
And that's a first ever title.
Yes, it's a first ever in the nation. Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger was just, as always, nation leading and really recognized the power of volunteers, and the government couldn't frankly address all the problems in our community alone. So he just recognized we've got to get volunteers in the mix, we've got to strengthen our nonprofits and get more people out there addressing, the challenges in our community.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your role in what you're doing, it could be, potentially precedent setting for other communities around the country in states that might want to adopt a similar role. What specifically are you working on?
Well, right now we're just about to launch, come in the fall, a brand new California Volunteers Disaster Corps, which will be the first in the nation effort to have over 50,000 volunteers up and ready to be deployed in times of disaster, which will be incredible.
Wow.
We have a wonderful Business Partners program, which is about really changing the culture of doing business in California so that when you're here doing business, you realize that part of being a California business is about caring and being out there volunteering in your community. So we've got a great group of businesses on board that are working on that strategy. So we're very excited about that. And then, of course, our traditional and amazing AmeriCorps grant program. So we've got just some really strong elements that we're working with.
And is there areas in which California is trying to be kind of a leader in terms of its volunteer activity?
Yeah, I would say probably in the business arena. I think it's very nation leading, just how actively we're trying to really engage that sector. They're excited, they want to be at the table, they want to assist nonprofits, but they tend to be siloed. They tend to be, doing maybe some service projects that are some great work, but trying to really figure out how do they navigate, how do they get into the nonprofits and be able to offer pro bono assistance, skilled volunteering. So we're going to be kind of tackling that. Really helping nonprofits understand how do you connect with businesses in a more effective way. So that broker role, really helping those two worlds come together so that more of these community issues can be addressed.
And this is the question of the day that I've been asking a lot of folks about. What your opinion is on what it will take to really create service as, the movement that the Obamas are speaking of, and what will need to change for that to happen, to really make it part of our national fabric?
Yes. Well, I think it's already part of the whole sense of being an American. Just the spirit of community, of giving, of being there for your neighbor. So I think that's already very innate. I think what the biggest challenge is, especially in these times when people aren't as connected to each other as they used to be, I think that's the thing we have to tackle. How do we leverage technology? How do we ensure that people understand how they can get engaged in their community? How can they make a difference? And as our governor likes to say, are we out there making the ask? Are we basically making sure people really feel like we have a real clear need and we know exactly how we'd love to engage them and make that ask and get them involved?
And what's it been like for you being here at this conference and
oh my goodness. This conference is mind-blowing. I mean, first of all, there is more energy here than I've ever seen, and I say that because I had the great fortune yesterday of being at a great build site honoring Cesar Chavez, and it was the kickoff of the service conference with, First Lady Michelle Obama, First Lady Maria Shriver. I mean, those are two powerhouses, and probably most importantly, over 500 volunteers from this conference, really showing what this conference is all about, which is volunteerism and getting out there and, improving community. So that was the right kickoff. Then we honored first Medals for Service Award winners for the state of California at a Xin Yuan luncheon, incredible. And then I think the show of all shows occurred, which you probably have heard about, which, featured...
Which you got some front row view on, apparently.
That was amazing. I mean, our governor is passionate like no other. And then First Lady Maria Shriver. Then you have, of course, First Lady Michelle Obama. What a headliner. And then bands like John Bon Jovi and amazing actors like Matthew McConaughey. And, you know, I think people were over the moon. I mean, it was just wonderful.
Thank you so much, Karen, for being here. We're truly privileged to have you as part of our operation
you're so
here
welcome.
and to have you as part of this conference. You've been a
We're so
wonderful
grateful.
addition.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Okay, again, we're here live at the National Conference on Volunteering and Service. We have an interview next with Julia Love of the Volunteer Center that was done by our business boomer rover, Ryan Billings.